Mike the Ref Maloney, Big Bad Boris on the call here tonight. It's his birthday.
Let's go! Let's go!
Third! The Super Kick Party! Yeah, pay the money for that. No one. And of course, you're gonna get the coffin skin. Hey, yo, 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 and away we go. Happy Saturday night to one and all. God, I'm a little off kilter here going early like this. Jesus. Welcome, everybody, to it's going to be the first time that I'm doing two shows in one night here. So, let's see if I can brighten myself up here a little bit. There we go. Welcome to our Money in the Bank and AEW Collision Sidecast here on the Mike the Ref Twitch channel. Gonna be a fun night here. So, I'll be honest, I haven't been keeping up with WWE the way I should. I've seen some clips here and there. I did get the match rundown for tonight. I'll just throw some quick predictions out as we're going along. We're gonna go. I think we're going to go Drew McIntyre for the men's Money in the Bank. Braun Breaker, unfortunately, kills Sami Zayn. Probably get Tiffany Stratton as the winner of the women's briefcase. I'm thinking Seth beats Damian just so they can have that Seth versus Gunther at SummerSlam. And then for your main event, you're going to have... I think the Bloodline wins, or else they get distracted. One or the other here. So, but yeah, as we're going along here, I will have both shows on. Right now, I currently do have the WWE Network on my TV. I will get Collision over here on my monitor to my left. So if you see me looking left, I guess it's your right, you're going to see a little bit. That's the AEW side. Unfortunately, we can't bring up extra audio in that. So this is about as much audio as you get. You'll get the audio in the background from the Money in the Bank, but resonating off my TV. But other than that. Well, yeah, I am not used to being here this early, so just forgive me if I'm a little off pace here right now, but life is good. We are currently right around 90 degrees here, 85 to 90 degrees here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. So apparently WWE and Paul Levesque had to go to Canadian Customs to get Jacob Fatu into the country, so. God, I love the Zubas. The Zubas in Canada, and shout out to KO, you know. It's one of the few times I get to wear this shirt on one of these streams, so. Once again, everybody, thank you for checking things out with me here tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Ducks. There it is. Now it works. There we go. Sorry about that, chat. Just had a little thing in the way there, so. I like that 2/3 of the Judgment Day do have titles at this point. It sucks that we lost R-Truth as a champion, but I like one of the quotes that I saw earlier tonight. Somebody should have had R-Truth win the Money in the Bank and show up at TNA to cash it in. I do like the match graphic type here, so. Sorry, just sending a note out about tonight. Like, yeah, I literally almost missed the start time here. If I wasn't sitting down having supper, then all of a sudden it flashes on my screen saying, oh, you have 45 minutes left. Oh, crap. But yeah, I should have figured for like, the reason I can't, I have a hard time. I can't say I can't stand it. I just have a hard time watching WWE live. Is all these extra bits to start off the show, right? Like if you're watching we'll get into Collision here, you will get action going instantly. Like within 2 minutes, you're already either got a match or a promo going. And I know it's different strokes for different folks, different things you're agreed with, but I find it funny that they're at the Scotiabank Arena for Money in the Bank, so the other place they could have done is TD Garden. But yeah, from what I hear, they're supposed to be doing the men's Money in the Bank match first, which makes sense if they're going to do a shenanigans to end the show off, right? There could be a potential that, Cody might end up without a title tonight. We might have Seth / Damian not have a title by the end of the night. Because it's one of the few buildings with air conditioning in Toronto right now, and will sell booze. If you haven't heard, the selling of booze in Ontario is provincially run, and the LCBO is currently on strike, I do believe. Corey's got to be loving the fact that he gets to lay back a little bit. He doesn't have to worry about the taglines as much. Just because he doesn't have to be the main guy tonight. Oh, God. So we're getting Claudio versus Mordos tonight on Collision. Yeah. With that main event of Hangman Page and Jay White, and then as well, we got Mordos versus Castagnoli here. We got, I do believe it's Storm versus Adora. So, hey, KJ, hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's one of the few nights I get to wear a WWE shirt on an AEW Sidecast, right? Oh, of course, here comes Mr. Yeet. Is that Bobby Lashley sitting on the side there? Hey, AB, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's doing well today. We're having some fun here. I'll be honest, I almost missed the start time. I thought both shows started at 6 tonight. 6 our time, 8 Eastern. So they're both actually going to finish at the same time. So that's where the fun's going to be in. Love that they're starting with the men's. Yeah, it only makes sense to start with the men's. Because you got two matches in the middle that can be both affected by the winner of this matchup. And for those looking for the clock on the bottom, that's our clock, our countdown to Collision here. So I'll be honest, I missed the start time. I'm not going to go back and change it right now. So we'll just let it run out. Good, man. Work 2 days with the week be the 4th holiday. Fireworks show tonight. Back to the grind Monday. Where'd I used to ref? Oh, KJ, I'll get back to your comment in a second here. Me as a ref, I was a ref for 25 years with soccer, basketball, mostly volleyball. And basically the story of how Mike the Ref was generated was circa 2005-ish to 2010. I started becoming the assigner for all the referees here in Alberta. And we had to come up with an email that everybody was understanding and needing to get a hold of me. So they need an email. So if you look at my last name, from what it says to the actual pronunciation to the actual spelling, it's very hard to get that down if you're just a random person. So people just said, well, why don't you just go Mike the Ref? Because that's what you are. So I went with it, and it seemed to stick. Transitioning over to wrestling, my gimmick story is the fact if you go back to WrestleMania, just after WrestleMania 3, there was that fake Hebner and the two Hebner boys between Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan. The claim was that Earl Hebner got plastic surgery to be the fake ref while Dave Hebner was supposed to be the guy in the ring. Well, I'm going with Mike the Ref was actually the guy that they tried to do the face job on first, and they failed. So they threw him away and just called him Mike the Ref. So it's a very loose story. And it's more one that a certain promoter gave me, so yeah, we'll take it as there. It adds so much that the chaps are all here. Yeah, like the fact that you got Priest versus Rollins, and then you have that 6-man tag involving Cody Rhodes. I honestly like I said my predictions before the show here, without any real context, because I've been either streaming or away from my TV looking at all this. I'm calling the most obvious one, which would be McIntyre. Because I don't think you get Rhodes coming out tonight I don't think he's coming after Rhodes tonight. If he's going to come out after anybody, it'll be Rollins. And if they want to counter book against AEW, you have that cash in right around where MJF's coming out to start. But it very well could be right after MJF's promo to start the match, or start the night. But it's good. The one thing I'm looking forward to the most to understand here is we're going to be able to see in real time what kind of counter programming goes on here. Because we already know for AEW, their main event's going to be Hangman Page versus Jay White. Hangman Page has never beaten Jay White. And I believe that he's like 0-5 or something. You know MJF's opening the show. They just literally announced a couple minutes before. Oh, do the Razor Ramon. Attaboy. There's... They just announced just as the show was starting here, that Claudio's going to be taking on the Beast Mordos, who was formerly known as Black Taurus in AAA and TNA. So yeah, once again, it's going to be interesting to see how these shows go against each other in many ways. Chad, who do you think's winning this briefcase here? Because I'll tell you point blank, if it's LA Knight, I'll go, yeah, how about that? The reason I don't think it'll be LA Knight is because Logan Paul, who we very well could see in this match tonight. Forgive me, it's a little hot in this part of the world here tonight, so. I don't think it's going to be Gable, because I think he's probably going to get sucked under the ring sometime during this match. I think Knight might be your prediction, actually. Hey, I won't blame you. If it ends up being him, I actually would really enjoy that as well, so. Want to give a quick shout out to regular here in the chat, McGee, who is at the venue tonight. I know last night when I was on stream for a little MLB The Show, he popped in while he was there for SmackDown. We miss you, McGee. Oh. I love how we got six men going into this match, and it's sponsored by the boys. So just a quick, while Carmelo's coming out here, who he is actually a pretty good dark horse in this. Just the problem with him is he actually in his first couple promos he actually flubbed pretty good, and it's almost like the fans have just not forgiven him for it. Like he should be back on NXT, getting better down there. No, Scotty Barnes actually just made a horrible team just mid. We need a Kawhi Leonard performance here. And that's not even really Raptors colors, if you ask me. Royal blue and red. Watch Punk come in and lay him out right now. Oh, God. I just find it funny that he no longer has his sword. Truthfully, would love a Drew Money in the Bank win. Like, I think Drew truly does deserve the run that he's supposed to have. Like the one that he had during the pandemic. I do believe he deserves a little reward for carrying him that long. Oh, yeah, he took forever to get out there, KJ, so. And for those that are asking, I am watching this on the network. We still do have the WWE Network here in Canada for another 6 months, so until the last pay-per-view, I will keep it and then cancel it very quick so I can save myself $15. I think Cole brought up a very good point here to make it. It's why I think McIntyre would be the best person to win it here. For months, he called the Money in the Bank match hypocritical. He called the briefcase hypocritical. Nobody should just get their opportunities. They should have to earn them. Now he's in a match. Now he's in a match for the briefcase himself. So he's being a big hypocrite throughout the whole thing. But yeah, for those that were wondering, that sword that he used to come out with, that sword actually belonged to Vince McMahon. Could you imagine McIntyre going the wrong corner? Just get roasted alive in that corner. Get some free haggis out of it. I don't know. Yeah, just a note come up from Game Time Art on the old Xbox here. Realistically, any of these guys could win it. I think if you're not one of these not very internet thorough guys, I would say you probably would realistically have Andrade win it, because frankly he's done nothing since coming back. Melo's brand new, so unless they're going to play that storyline. And like I said, if you end up going with Gable, that briefcase is probably going to get sucked into another vortex here coming up. So, question for you, chat. Do we see the White family tonight? Did they make it across the border? Hey, Andre, how you doing here today, sir? Hope you're doing well, sir. I'm just lucky that I made it here in time for the start of the show. I honestly thought it started at 8 Eastern, so. Worked from 9 to 1. Yeah, I work from 7 to 4 today, so. Oh, God. Miller just did it inside out. Then worked out, did yard work. Hey, always good, sir. Always good to get the yard work done. I managed to get home from work, just swallow some food in me, and we got the stream on here, so I'm going to finish supper after stream's done, but. Because there is a metric ton of local coverage of this event here tonight. Gable with a triangle? Uh-oh. The hell is Andrade doing there? Flying leg drop on the ladder. AKA the fuckbuster, I believe is what we call it. Because frankly, your rear end's going to have no Fs after you're done. I like the fact that they're getting everybody a little bit of a spot here, so it looks like they might have a chance. All right, does he actually know how to climb? He actually knows how to climb. I have to find a way to watch Lola versus Roxanne tomorrow so I can pop it on Ellie's cruise review tomorrow. Yeah, I'm just lucky I got the network, so I got a chance to. I'll see when I get home. Oh, and quick note, I didn't get it out because, you know, my brain's all over the place. No stream tomorrow, no stream Monday. Tomorrow I have to prep for a podcast that I'm recording on Monday, so I'm going to do the prep on Sunday, and I'm recording on Monday. I'll give you the details once I know when it's being released or whatnot, so. Yep, Andre podcast, absolutely. And Andrade just did a flying Spanish fly and killed both of them. You know, Andre. Unfortunately, it won't be a game that I'm looking at, so that's why I got to prep a little bit. Oh, God, here we go. The two favorites. According to the chat, the two favorites are going on right now. This crowd is worse than Chicago. Should be a Yeet Punk chat back and forth. Yeet Punk. Yeet Punk. Very nice spear there. Yeet, yeet, yeet. Hope the case falls and they say a match is a no contest, no one wins. That would be hilarious. They actually did have that happen before, though. And that was when Otis won the briefcase. Because both Baron Corbin and AJ Styles were fighting for the briefcase on top. Neither one of them kept control. They dropped and it fell into Otis's hands on the ground, and he was declared the winner. Oh, God. Good luck, Hayes. Almost into the ladder there. Jeez. So, chat, question for you. Do we see any other special, oh, let's just German a ladder. What the hell? Do we see any other special guests tonight? Like, we had Trish Stratus opening the show. Samantha Irvin sang the American National Anthem. I love this crowd in many ways. I do find it is really it's funny that you can tell when they're not going to win because the ladder's always set in a different direction. Knight's legs getting picked apart. Smart move. Is somebody etch-a-sketching, or are they doing some kind of... All right, that sucked. That was better. All right, that was new. I don't think we've seen that before. Carmella pulling out Knight. That's actually probably a smart move. He was closest to the center. Mello eating those apron shots right now. Graves with the mock job. Gotta love it. Oh, God. All right. Double lug blower. Gotta love it. Mello, I'm glad you got good aim here. It's pretty bad when we're looking at this angle. We know he's going to be off by about 3-4 feet. Now it looks like the type fought A in the rig here. With the big A and the little A. What is Gable trying to... Oh, God. Ankle lock on the ladder. Okay. Glad everybody's making a good connection here tonight. Once again, everybody, thank you for stopping by here. I know that we don't usually do a lot of WWE stuff, but just because I respect the guys and girls that do it so well already. And plus, also, AEW is plenty enough for me in terms of number of dates to do this. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. McIntyre throws around Gable like he's a little kid. Nope, not enough. That ladder's about to break. Drew literally makes that ladder look so light. Yeah, like he's just a beast. He's just a beast, period. At least Knight's going to get the damn ladder in the right spot. Yeah, I know. I see that one broken leg. I'm like, somebody needs to get a new ladder in there. I knew this chat was coming. Yeet. Yeah. Yeet. Yeah. And Hayes, oh, come on, Hayes. Let's see you with this. Hayes taking out Gable. What the hell? Oh, the Fuckbuster 101. And you don't... You can rip somebody's ankle apart on that. See, that's the kind of offense I would do it from Andrade. To hell with this BS. All I'm going to do is launch you right on... I'm going to throw this ladder right on you. Oh, no. They're going to redo this spot again? This was the Andrade Sin Cara spot. The last time I saw this, we ended up seeing a power bomb. Jesus! Hate when you're late for those, yeah. No, here comes game. Oh, God. A German from that height might send them out of the ring. Oh, God. This is not going to be good. Oh, God. Well, you know, when you place out a ladder, you typically are the one to eat it. And that once again holds true here. There is no way. Oh, God, face first. And Uso hit himself in the back, running off the ropes. Oh, ladder's in position, proper position. Oh my God, McIntyre just lawn darts the ladder. And now everybody's screaming for CM Punk. All right. This was, yeah. WWE is easy to predict sometimes. All right, folks, quick bets in right now. Does McIntyre cash in tonight? Shut up, Cole. That's my... I'd almost bet he does because he thinks Punk's not here. Unless Punk gets involved. Well, I think he gets the cash in and then Punk ends up being involved. One thing I think would be a lot smarter if a lot of people saw it. You let Punk win or you let McIntyre win the title. And then Punk steals his moment at the end of it. So you end up getting CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. And literally Punk gets a title match without winning a single match in WWE yet. Just to piss off everybody else. Honestly, Drew Cassidy on Damien and Seth would be magnificent. I would love to see it. And I think the reason they do it is simply counter-programming. Okay. Oh, they're showing the boys again. Sorry, folks. As much as I've seen two of the characters in In Mortal Kombat 1, I have yet to watch The Boys. It just... I get enough of a kick on a whole bunch of other stuff here, so... So how many of you are watching NXT Heatwave tomorrow? Just want to give a quick shout out to OLE Podcast. They'll be doing a pre and post show tomorrow, including apparently a victory celebration for Lola Vice when she wins the Women's Championship. Which I'm sure Andre will be hopping right on and jumping through hoops to remind everybody that he was the first one to mention that was going to happen. I love how they got Paul Heyman listed, but maybe. Oh, by the way, did you hear the announcement that they put on X earlier today that they're introducing a new pay-per-view in October, Bad Blood in Atlanta, October 5th. So, yeah, they decided to use the old WWF pay-per-view theme. And they're bringing it to Cody Rhodes' hometown, Atlanta, GA. Once again, getting another preview. I guess you got to pay your Peacock bills, right? Almost said your P bills, which is a whole different ball of wax altogether. I don't want to be involved in those bottles or anything like that. I just want... The reason I want McIntyre to cash in on Damian and Seth is because I want to see McIntyre Gunther once again. Because I don't care who wins out of the three of them. Gunther is winning that championship either there or else he's going to win it in Germany at Bash in Berlin. Zodiac, how the heck you doing here tonight? Hope you're doing well. Just wrapped up watching the men's Money in the Bank match. We're about 20 minutes away from AEW Collision tonight. And yeah, both sides are absolutely jam-packed. The funny part is we're probably going to get more matches on Collision in 2 hours than we're going to get in WWE in 3. Yeah, Zodiac. I thought so as well. I'm sitting here eating, but I picked up some pizza. Usually I do that before Collision because cooking is rather limited. And, yeah, they said 5 o'clock starts or 7 o'clock your time. McIntyre won the men's ladder match. Really good match. Like, there were a couple insane spots, like, Andrade once again pulled out his flip powerbomb off a ladder onto a ladder on Carmelo. The one they've been trying to use for clips before, but it involves Sin Cara, so they didn't bother. Yeah, I'm with you guys. I thought it was, like, this is the first non-Mania, non-international show that started at a different time. So yeah, they're doing 5 o'clock now, apparently. And realistically, if you're comparing the two companies, I think this is a bit of a smart move for them. Get an hour in at least, so everybody can sink their claws into this before Dynamite starts. Or Collision, sorry. Like, we're going to get an hour and a half. We're going to get about a match and a half, in before Collision starts, and they're starting with a promo segment, so we're probably going to get both matches done before AEW's first match tonight. And tonight's the one night where I wish I had Adam Blank's eyes, because, well, just a quick rundown here. Money in the Bank will be over here on my TV. AEW is going to be over here on my monitor, so I will literally, if I'm staring at you, I'm actually staring at both screens at the same time, just to see if there's anything interesting, so I can quickly turn my head to check things out. So, We'll have to see if there's any different setup I could use here for these future ones. Because like I said, Bad Blood's the same night, one night. We might also do this for SummerSlam as well. What in the world? Does this gear actually say something, or is it just funky striped gear? No, it's just funky stripes. I'm hoping, well, the thing that sucks is the fact that Samantha Irvin can't play kayfabe in this, because realistically, anytime Braun Breaker comes out, she should be disgusted. They're trying to develop something here. Ricochet never existed? I'm sorry, everyone. I must return back to my planet. He has left to never come back again. Oh, this new Prime drink they're showing for the ad. Did you guys get it? I don't know if any of you have, He Has Been Unpersoned by WWE. Yeah. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see Donovan Jajak's X account here. He actually got a bottle of that. You watch the ad that he does for it. He's like, "Oh, WWE sent me this bottle. It's amazing. I'm gonna check it out. This stuff is great." Take a swip. Pooh. Then he kids, yeah, I'm kidding. I'll drink it. Yeah, it tastes great. Blah blah blah. It's like I'd say, at the best of times, the best drink is a free drink. Always remember that. I think Sammy gets rocked tonight. Yeah, I don't know if you'd be able to get Sami Zayn's reaction in the pandemic environment, just because he was that rough there. So Sami should, just to build someone else, which is good. Yeah, like I think Sami loses tonight. I think they're gonna try and strap that rocket to Braun Breaker here, and realistically, if you're going to give Breaker a chance to run, that might be the best way to do it right now, is give him a title. Because that might be a possibility where the title makes the person a little bit more. All right, championship match, let's go. But yeah, this, regardless, this will be a fun match or else it'll be a squash match, one or the other. Because Braun really isn't known for his long matches, is he? Oh, and apparently, like, I saw some clips during the pre-show as I was getting ready that Sami actually had a really good stage show on Thursday. Had a bunch of special guests there. I think I saw Bailey, Naomi, Cody Rhodes. Johnny Knoxville ended up coming out at the end and low blowing him.
like any other veteran versus rookie match. I'm walking into the ring tonight, and I am going to physically destroy Sami Zayn.
Well, at least, you know, Breaker's confident, so we're happy about that.
One of the most confident young men you'll ever meet. Breaker so fast, and the quickness there you see.
So, I think we'll get into it as soon as Collision starts, but this is the second last night before they start heading to Texas for 4 weeks in a row. Heading into All In. Because next week they're doing the double taping in Calgary. All right, so got Collision ready to go here. Oh, cool. I can resize TSN and just leave it there. Perfect. All right, so I can actually see it without, you know. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything in the chat here, so. This will be a pretty neat setup here tonight. I can imagine so many people that aren't wrestling fans just turn around and say, nerd. Oh, God. Breaker just saved Sammy. Breaker literally just saved Sammy right there, which is awesome. Ah, good old Money in the Bank. The one day of the year where... Oh, God. Oh, God. You knew Corey was going to get something about Steiner out somewhere here. But, Sammy can't even get up. This might be a TKO finish. This crowd, what I was trying to say is the one night a year where AEW or WWE forgets that Western Canada and Eastern Canada are two separate things. Like they're trying to say that it's hometown or home country advantage for Chelsea Green. For those that live in America right now, somebody thinking that Toronto is going to support BC is the same way as you're expecting LA Ram fans to cheer the Eagles on. We only do it when it's against the Cowboys. Sorry, I had to throw my first rib shot of the night here. Texas would never support a Californian? Yeah, like, that's what I mean. Like, Toronto's on the eastern half of the country and BC's in the west. And even more with the political ties between Quebec and Toronto. Tried to pull up the Scott Steiner, but it just ain't working there, bud. Welcome back from Z-Break, for those that were on it. We're in the middle of Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker here. and awaiting the opening of AEW Collision here, as we're going to be checking out both here tonight. Hell of a sell by Breaker there. I love that Drew's already on social media rubbing up about how what he. Remember what I said about this? Homeland favorite. Ugh. Sorry, I hate that it bothers me that much, but it does. And over the top, man, over the top. I love it. I love it. Oh, God. Breaker's got the skills. He's just got to piece everything together. If I was Sammy, I'd just wait for him to get back in the ring and then haluva kick him. Sorry, just getting SRS's reports about what's going on here, so. I wonder if they stole my sound. No, not quite. We're almost there. No, report on what's going on tonight. So after this, we're going to get to see Trish Stratus come out. Get you ready for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Or no, sorry, they're doing the world title match next, actually, and then they'll do the women's ladder, and then they're gonna do the. Let me just double check this because always important to check things out. No, they're gonna do the world title next, then the women's ladder match, and then the main event is the. KOD Orton versus the Bloodline. So, let's face it. Bloodline's winning, Roman's coming back. Seth and Damien should have been main. I think so, but I think if Roman comes back tonight, which nobody's seen him, but let's put some math together here. I love how there's just some nonchalantness to Breaker where he does that. He just stands up there. He's like, yeah, and yeah, they're throwing an audible right now, so who knows what's going on.
Sammy wisely rolling under the bottom rope, realizing this could be a matter of preservation, self-championship or otherwise. A great decision by the underdog
Leapfrog gets some lucky here. Good job, Zayn. Oh, God. Jumping Steiner line. Watch McIntyre's music hit right now. He cashes in for the IC title. And Cole's getting the chance from the Toronto crowd. This would be the kind of crowd that, this is the kind of crowd that would chant and do a Michael Cole chant. They also cheer for the Maple Leafs, too. The Toronto crowd is legit so weird, yeah, like... They used to be so great, and now all of a sudden it just, yeah... I think it's people that they get called such a great crowd, but then they have nothing else to watch. Running knee to the face. Uh-oh. Oh, perfect timing here tonight. Okay, we called the Toronto crowd though, since so many people came from out of town. Absolutely. By the way, are you guys hearing any audio from AEW right now? Oh my God, he hit the Aluva! Sammy retains, attaboy. But yeah, folks, are you hearing anything from AEW right now? No? Okay. I have it set up so it's in my earbud, but I'm hoping that you guys can't hear it, so... That whole copyright thing, right? So... Oh, no, that's fine. I'm going to have a lot of audio articulation for me here. I'm partially shocked. Do you give Sammy that SummerSlam crowd? And MJF is getting booed out of the building to start the night. Oh, this is going to be fun. They've literally made Braun look crazy, and Sammy almost made it look easy while he took the kid to school. I don't think anybody from this latest batch of NXT wrestlers has been booked well coming up. Hayes has been meh. Breaker, you choose him to dominate, then you choose him not to dominate? Well, unless Breaker goes backstage and absolutely rolls Sammy after, like somewhere backstage just completely destroys him, this doesn't mean anything. Oh, good old MJF back to his original shtick. So yeah, now we got MJF with a promo in the on Collision, while Up, Down, Down is coming up on the screen for WWE here. So this should be fun. This is what I was saying on Wednesday, guys. MJF just wanted Garcia to win because he can't beat Ospreay, right? Whoa. Oh, and they got the promo for Bad Blood up here with Cody and some famous rapper. So yeah, they did announce earlier tonight that Trish Adora versus Toni Storm is the scheduled women's match so far. I haven't heard of anything else showed up, so. Who are you there to look at? I don't know if you'd really consider tonight light for AEW. They announced, well, Hangman Adam Page versus Jay White's your main event. They're also running the Mark Briscoe team against. Well, I put it up on I put it up on the old Twitter machine, so. Riho versus Lady Frost is another match. That's going to be an absolute banger. I'm just going to mute the WWE documentary. That's a joke. Briscoe and his gang versus Aaron Savages. We'll hear from Christian Cage. We'll hear from Jack Perry. However, they also announced Claudio Castagnoli versus the former Black Taurus. Really wish Frost get a push. Yeah, like she's been pushing for it online too, so we'll see how that goes. Literally looking for myself in that Toronto montage. Ha!
It's the biggest thing of all time. But it's a testament to how big Cody was, and how over Cody was, and how much people had invested in him personally in this storyline. So as that groundswell started to happen, a few things.
I actually watched the WWE documentary.
One is, as it often
The biggest answer I could give to it is disappointment. Because half of it is complete BS.
truly take in what the fans are saying.
We're not going to know the actual answer to it until after. Until like everybody's like long retired and God. But I'll guarantee you that it's not going to be set up as the as they described it. I don't think it was even close.
And you make the decision to pivot. I called Nick and Triple H, and I called Ari. I said, here's how I'm feeling.
Oh yeah, here we go.
And we can put on this main event. And
By the way, did you guys hear that we are going to have the murder of Chris Jericho next Wednesday?
I'm pulling in the execution of our marketing plan and
Samoa Joe versus Chris Jericho in a Stampede Street fight next Wednesday on Dynamite.
chapter of a few. We could do that. However, I said my gut says, I said Ari, Nick, and Triple H, my gut says that I don't like, even if it's a segment of fans, I don't like that they're upset.
Street fight equals interference. Absolutely. I think there's going to be a whole lot of chaos in that match. I think you could see 7 or 8 people involved.
That the choice essentially was mine.
I think Hook comes out as the last big spot for the last big pop.
Or we don't. And I went with the latter, and I told those guys, here's what I believe we should do.
I find it really funny that both sides right now have promos going on that are just taking way too long.
And take care of those fans, because it's critical and important. Those, the Cody crybabies, who I call them.
All right, here comes Trish on the WWE side. MJF having too long a promo. Don't. Trish just walked out on the one side, and MJF's just talking about walking out.
I have a question for you guys. Are we having fun? A lot of special things happening here tonight, and I've had quite a few special things happen right here in this arena in front of you guys. I became two-time champion, had a retirement match, faced the Queen, Charlotte Flair.
He's calling on Will Ospreay right now.
When I was the mystery surprise partner for a certain someone. What? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 16-time WWE.
So we're getting Will Ospreay and John Cena on side by side for special entrances, right? WWE's pulling up. Like, literally, they're going to come through the curtain at the exact same second here. And Cena's pulling out the, This is hilarious. Cena at the last time is now. And Will Ospreay's not coming out, but the music show at the same time. I love that they got the music popped at the same time for both sides. His final run, well, Flair had how many final runs? After this, you can't see me. Is that a forbidden door right there? That's what his towel said. Yeah, wait till you see the shirt. All right, so
They're in a singing mood here tonight.
MJF's wrapping up his promo and Cena's starting.
That could be why you're here.
And we get a Mark Briscoe promo right now.
Check that. Let me course correct. It sounded like y'all showed up to make some noise. That is why you're here. Why am I here?
Oh, God.
Tonight, I officially announce my retirement from the WWE.
And Cena's pulling his. This is my. I retired from WWE after WrestleMania.
I hear a mixed opinion out there. A lot of questions, maybe, right? Like, hey, why here? Talk about that for a
Orange Cassidy, the whole big promo there. He's just like, yeah, I don't care.
matter of fact. I want to talk about Canada. Matter of fact, I want to talk about Canadians.
Please tell me he's going to talk about Edge.
I've been doing this a while. I've been in WWE for
Well, GCW is pretty hot too.
seen tremendous hardship. And that's when no one knows your name. Nobody wants to be your friend.
Orange Cassidy's got a black t-shirt again.
Hardcore fans stand by your side. So in all those years, one of the most important, one of the most impressive things that I learned was whether the WWE is hot,
Here come the Iron Savages for a quick squash.
Canadians always show up.
Ha! Well, Cena's got one thing right. Canadians always show up. Canadians love their wrestling.
You need to be making noise for yourself because all of you built this to what it is today, which in my mind makes this right here the perfect place to say what I gotta say.
These promos aren't exactly matching up to the way they should be here.
Now, right? Why now? Because it's money in the bank.
This is the night he should have retired.
It's symbol of opportunity. And this farewell does not end tonight. It is filled with opportunity. Everybody, Raw makes history next year when it moves to Netflix. I've never been a part of Raw on Netflix. That is history. That is a first, and I will be there.
All right, well, Cena's not quitting right now.
And along with that history-making firsts, we are going to build so many unforgettable lasts. 2025 Royal Rumble will be my last. The 2025 Elimination Chamber will be my last.
So he's actually going to try and do semi-permanent schedule. Uh-oh.
To announce that in Las Vegas, WrestleMania 2025 will be the last WrestleMania I compete in. I know that's a lot to take in, right? Probably a lot of questions out there, which is why I'm telling you right now, I am going to kick off the press conference right after the show, and I will be fielding any and all questions
He doesn't have to really worry about this press conference because
missing. But in the vein of ultimate opportunity, I want to take advantage of one right here, right now, with everyone. I want to say thank you.
all right. So yeah, we got the Undisputed Kingdom at ringside here. The Iron Savages are insisting on taking a drink. I'll join them in a drink. Uh-oh, don't give your savage sauce out to anybody.
Kindness. I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for letting me play in the house that you built for so many years. Thank you so
Oh, God.
always for your voice because it's really loud and your honesty because it's beautifully brutal. And most of all, thank you so much for allowing me to be here with you tonight to let the whole world know that we are planning something unforgettable.
So this is what Triple H meant by the world is changing tonight.
Returning to Toronto to kick some ass. So, if you are watching at home, or you are one of the insanely loud here in Toronto, Canada, or if you're a WWE superstar, if you want some, hurry up and come get some. 'Cause the last time is
Now he needs to come out to basic thugonomics next time.
So many emotions. The man that I truly believe, Corey, is the greatest of all time, John Cena, announcing tonight that the end is indeed near. But I think the one beautiful thing about this,
All right, off of that, back over to AEW here. I gotta admit, this is actually like bouncing back and forth here. This little tag match, this 6-man tag to start up, warm up the crowd a little bit, actually makes a lot of sense. Thought he's about to have an open match. Nah. Triple H doesn't go for more than 5 matches ever now.
In case you've been living under a rock, professional wrestling is electrifying. Once again, WWE is on fire right now.
I don't know if fire is the right term. You look at the women's division, you don't book it a hell of a lot well here. Okay. Gonna promote Mania. All right, that's cool. So I wonder what Tony Khan's going to do about AEW Dynasty with the fact that Mania has been moved to that weekend now. Love how they have to put an emphasis on Andrade for Speed Champion. But the Speed Champion's not allowed to wear his title anywhere else but on X. Still worried about Titty City here for these Iron Savages.
Hey guys,
Speed Jitter.
Drew McIntyre or not, everybody stays out of my way. Nobody gets involved in my business. Nobody. We got you, mate. All right, cool. We'll handle some business. Let's go. You got it. Take it home. Sir.
I hate the fact that... Look at Finn's eyes. Finn is screwing him over somehow here.
Damian Priest has heard the whispers that Judgment Day is helping keep his championship. He does not want that to happen tonight. Will this journey for redemption set Finn around on spikes to win
Seth and Damien, it's gonna... McIntyre has to show up here. Does he get some Kung Fu chicken? Kung Fu... Oh my... I just find it so, like, don't get me wrong, I love Briscoe, but I never thought he would be as over as he is right now. So, KJ, that look from Finn, that's the look when Heavy Metal's told that he's going to lose a match. I know he's no longer called Heavy Metal, so I'm using it that way. When he's told he's losing a match at the last moment. All right, whatever you say, boss. Yeah, it never happens. But speaking of the man, quick shout out to Harlan Abbott for showing up at GCW last night in Toronto and going viral once again. Because nobody's seen his elevated Tiger Driver like he did on Jack Cartwheel last night, so... I want McIntyre to hold on to that thing and do everything he can to get Punk a title shot so he can ruin it. Eh. The problem we have with about all this booking is the fact that whoever wins here, Gunther's coming up at SummerSlam regardless of who you're talking about, right? Orange and Kyle O'Reilly with the high-low.
We both made our names in groups. We both won Money in the Bank.
And Cassidy's going to finish this off.
Won our first world titles at WrestleMania.
McIntyre helps Punk with the Rumble main event Mania and then cashes in. Hey,
At some point, I grew a set.
that is some good long-term booking.
The Judgment Day, you and me
I would love to see it.
heavyweight champion right now.
How about this? At Money in the Bank, how about Seth freaking Rollins versus Damian and Campeon Priest for the world title?
Well, it's that simple.
Oh, and here comes the Undisputed Kingdom.
In the pot. If you retain that title at Money in the Bank, as long as you're champion, I'll never challenge for the world title again. But when I beat you, you leave the Judgment Day.
The collaboration they're now called? Okay. I think that's what they were said last time, but...
They need me a whole lot more than Damian Priest needs them. I accept.
Yeah, the ROH Tag Champ's what? Nothing to the ROH Champ on AEW TV, right?
This is about you and me. Just you and me.
So right after the break, we're going to get our first women's match here with Toni Storm taking on Trish Adora. Should be a decent match. But now we get to hear about Jack Perry. Shout out to Seth Rollins here, giving us an update on Becky Lynch in the pre-show. Just mentioning how much she's loving being a mom right now. Can't speak to her future, but she's just loving being a mom right now. What do you guys think about the more basic gear that, I guess I can take this out for the moment here. What do you think of the more basic gear that Seth's wearing these days? Because he's got the black and white. Don't get me wrong with the colors, but just there's not extra floof to it. I like that he's changed it up a little bit, just made it a little bit more serious. Gimmick shift, possibly. But here's the other problem we have right now. Who else do you get to challenge Damian? Like, McIntyre's already lost thanks to Punk. You got Gunther waiting next month at SummerSlam. They haven't really built anybody really strong except maybe Finn. When do you pull that card? I'm thinking you got to pull that card sooner than later, so... I'd love to see them pull this drum beat live. Because I swear my arms would be absolutely killing me by that point. But as we're getting for our main event, our World Heavyweight title match, we're not even close to our main event. Probably should be our main event, but just want to say thank you to everybody for being here. If you're new here and you're here for a Money in the Bank sidecast solely, I do sidecasts for AEW Dynamite and Collision every Wednesday and Saturday. And I thought I'd try this out, and so far it seems to be pretty successful for us. For the fact that you watch both shows, and if there's anything exciting on one show compared to the other, there is a possibility you could just switch back real quick. Gives me real vibes of the 90s with the channel changing, except for the fact you don't have the ability to see both your... Damien coming out looking all vampire. Between the wings and the back and the shoulder pads the way they are. I love how Cole says, oh, remember what I say is what came from the mouth of Drew McIntyre. Well, McIntyre, the biggest thing I remember from McIntyre is how much he hated hypocrites and hated people who had their money in the bank contracts. So now he's turning into a hypocrite himself. As we're getting a replay of the main event of Forbidden Door. Which, once again, it was Callis' fault that he... I blame that loss from Ospreay totally on Callis, so... Psycho Page, paging Psycho Page.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the World Heavyweight Championship! Introducing the challenger from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth
The... I love how Hangman's making everything perfectly crystal clear.
from New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, El Campeón, Damian Priest!
And Cody, let's not forget who awaits the winner of this match 4 weeks from tonight in Cleveland at SummerSlam. That would be none other than the King General.
He's like, I'm going to kill you if we continue this discussion. Lexi's lucky there. And now we get timeless Toni Storm to relax the mood a little bit. So we are 4 days away from officially hearing Mariah May versus Toni Storm. And I tell you right now, I am looking forward to it. It looks like it's about... We're going to weather this storm together is what she keeps saying. More enthusiasm. I love Nigel. My God, Nigel, go get yourself a cigarette. All right, this should be a fun match. Adora doesn't get a lot of... She gets more time on Collision than anywhere else, but... Be nice to see where things go here tonight with Trish. He's looking for Drew that isn't going to be there. That's awesome. Sorry if I'm shifting back and forth here, trying to get you good feeds of both here. Just as we're getting the intro here of Trish. Seth is unloading all the stops here, trying to get Priest down. How many times is Cole's chair going to get hit tonight? Seriously. So, for those that are new and just have been around for a little bit, and I know I've talked to some of the people in here already, for All In, we're actually going to be all in here on the stream here. So we're going to attempt this, see how scary this goes. I'm looking at getting 4 special guests in for the show. And there's going to be a group of us just watching the pay-per-view at the same time. Also, since this is done early, by the way, KJ, I'll be sending you and Vic some details right after the show here about the how the Ref will book challenge. We got to get that in gear here. I'm working on another project here as well for our gaming channel. My first produced content on there. Non-gameplay, of course. Trish throwing out some kind of crucifix triangle type of thing on Toni there. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Ow. Sorry, Trish just basically sat on the back of Toni's neck as she's pulling out both arms. Go for that stump puller. Oh, here we go. Pinfall. That almost looked like a blockbuster. It was hard to figure out between McIntyre and Priest there who actually took that move there. Now that Rollins going to the top. Toni demanding a standing ovation from the crowd. All right. Let's just say this is a bit of a dichotomy of celebrations here. And Trish decides a bicycle kick is a very useful tool. Dealing with somebody talking on the mic around ringside for a while. Luther gonna take on the Infantry here? Mariah giving the fist bump to 2 big black guys. That just... It adds an extra dichotomy to this whole thing, so... We already heard from Jack Perry. Guys, get your graphics straight. Buckle bomb on Priest. That is impressive. Into a last ride. Ooh. Seth's definitely making a shift. His hair's even dyed again. Oh, so he turned into the Michael Richard Blaze haircut again? Yeah, he's got that streak of yellow in it.
the Judgment Day, Cole. That is like cutting the head off of the snake right now. What does that mean for Judgment Day as a whole? It'll crumble.
Well, what about Seth Rollins if he doesn't win tonight in that gentleman's agreement? He'll never get another shot at the championship as long as
Normally we've been having a point where one match was doing some action, the other was doing a rest spot, but they're both in rest spots now.
not necessarily a smart business.
So yeah, just
5 superstars have cashed in on the same night that they won the Money in the Bank contract. Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Liv Morgan, Kane, and Dean Ambrose.
Adora's getting a fair bit of offense here on Toni. This crowd just isn't into it, and Mariah looks scared. Nigel just brings up, yeah, he's been fighting at a Waffle House.
Under any circumstance, you don't want to insult Seth Rollins.
And Tony's just decided, nope, we're done here. Oh my God, we got a perfect plex. Fisherman suplex perfectly executed. Tony throwing everything out here. Wow, Priest unloads some bombs. And Trish might have a shot at this here. Oh my God, stop by. Oh no, do we got a new champ? Nope. Trish with a nice little version of a German there. Drops straight down to her knees to do the German, right? So. All right, that's it. Toni went for a DDT instead of her pile driver, so. Rollins just tempting fate here.
Rollins begging Priest to get back to his feet. There is strategy from Seth freaking Rollins. I don't know why you want to give someone as dangerous as Priest any time to recover. To your point, looking for the razor's edge. Up top, down goes Rollins.
Okay. Razor's Edge hit.
To retain the title and a kick out by Seth.
Tony gets a quick victory there. Just pulls out the Storm Zero out of nowhere.
Fired up Damian Priest. That's exactly what Rollins didn't want. What got into it? I don't know. Listen, Seth's been one of my closest friends for well over
20 straight wins for Tony?
his head's at tonight, other than it's happening.
That could be a hell of a streak going into Wembley. Oh, right to the bosom.
He wants to win the title tonight. He wants the championship back. And again, we've seen Rollins come back from injury in the past, and I was talking about it.
Wow. Nigel just called Tony Boss Hog from Dukes of Hazzard. Disrespectful. Yeah, Wednesday's going to be a lot of fun. We're getting Mariah May versus Will Nightingale for the Owen Hart Championship. And if you haven't heard before, we are getting Samoa Joe versus Chris Jericho in a Stampede street fight, which we all know the streets of Calgary during that week are absolutely vicious. Rollins trying to go for a Falcon Arrow, but Priest, oh, no, reverse. There's your Falcon Arrow. Oh my God! You fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up. You. That's why the audio crew fucked up. They were supposed to play Drew's music just as 2 hit. You fucked up. You fucked up. It's unlivable on the streets of Calgary, I heard. From certain Albertans, I heard that's what the Streets of Rage take place. You're going to see Brian Cage there probably, so it makes sense. Uh-oh. South of Heaven chokeslam coming right up. Oh, there we go. Priest getting dumped out. Oh. And here comes Punk. Man. All right, well, I think everybody here in the chat somewhat predicted this. Okay, yeah, we got a triple threat. All right, so. So Punk was smart. He would knock out Rollins. He'd knock out. He's going to try and hit Priest, but he's going to end up hitting Rollins, and Damien's going to retain. Doing my job. I'm sorry, but this just... So now Seth is going to have to deal with all this BS. We're gonna get McIntyre Punk in a street fight. That's got to be what we're gonna end up with here. And watching Michael Cole jump around like that. Yeah, well, the no count, like, seriously, I think that was an audio fuck up. Yeah, no, he definitely did not kick out. You notice they're not showing anything of that, right? What I think was supposed to happen was supposed to be 1, 2, music. Let's see if they actually work on that as part of an angle here for Seth. I don't know. To me, that was just... Now Rollins is pissed at Punk. I don't know. I've let everybody know exactly what my thoughts are on CM Punk in general. I'm listening to Christian Cage give a promo about the trios titles. No, that's the same pose that they did at Survivor Series. Like Rollins was going to come after Punk after ruining their moment after War Games. And once again, Corey was... It Whoa.
Let me talk to you.
WWE Universe, a storm is coming to New York City.
So, what do you want to talk about?
I love that they're doing a kill switch massacre of a backstage jobber off screen. That's hilarious. Kip Sabian. Oh, that was Kip Sabian. I didn't realize that was a job. That was Kip Sabian. His hair is different. And Jack Perry's decided to have an open challenge. All right. This will be interesting to see who comes in for it. My pick for the women's match? Yeah, I know. It doesn't look like nothing like Sabian. But they just announced him as Kip Sabian. My pick for the women is Tiffy. I think it's either going to be Tiffy or Chelsea. I don't know if you do Naomi with the friend gimmick. I don't even know why he's still at AEW, because he probably signed a contract long enough to be around for a while. Naomi might be a good choice. You never know. Penelope is still out injured from what I've heard. You notice they're already announcing the first match for SummerSlam? So I'm guessing that'll be our next co-stream here. SummerSlam and Collision. That will be an interesting matchup. Oh my God! Marco Stunt returns! Local boy Marco Stunt makes his return to AEW. This crowd is going bananas! Damn!
Gunther doesn't concern himself with the spectacle.
It was amazing because the Jurassic Express music popped on, and everybody's like, "What the hell?" Well, I guess it makes sense if you're gonna have. Marco Stunt is from Mississippi, so yeah, that sort of makes sense. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Please make it last a little bit. At least let it last the intros here and the commercial break. So yeah, they're gonna be doing a long intro into this Money in the Bank match, so.
He is guaranteed to pass the Honky Tonk Man, shattering that 35-year-old record.
So Marco was actually one of the first contract releases from AEW. Period. Will this tie into Christians and Luchasaurus? No, not at all. They're doing their own separate thing into the Bang Bang Gang and the Trios titles, and I just think they did this for the hometown pop of bringing Marco Stunt out. But still, it's fun.
Tonight earns a championship opportunity at SummerSlam.
But you gotta admit, when you get your first singles title, your first real singles title, recognized, I think is the best way to put it. You make your first opponent in the match for the title be one of your running mates for years. Oh God. Marco Stunt just ate a second rope lawn dart into the corner. That sucked. See, if you got hit with that, I can understand you mistakenly not kicking out at 3. As WWE's piping into their merch shop here. This is actually a very good opportunity for Marco and Perry to actually show up a little bit. Roll through! Oh, nice lug blower. Just had to, yeah, there you go. There's your running knee and finishing it off. Good little match, though. This Perry versus Stunt match is wrestling. Like, it's actually wrestling. That's the thing. And I appreciate real wrestling as you're... Like what we've had this entire match in the time that the bell rang just after the bell for from Priest retaining, right? So we're literally going to get 3 segments in before
Get an exclusive look
All right.
Across its near two-decade history, the Money in the Bank ladder matches emanated from 18 different cities, and the event has traveled a total of 28,267 miles. The first time ever, both the men's and women's Money in the Bank ladder match went on simultaneously. From boardrooms to across the pond. We now head
All right. I cannot wait to see the Kings of the Black Throne completely pissed, taking on Christian and Luchasaurus.
culturally rich metropolis built on passion and dedication welcomes the WWE Universe.
They may feel nothing but buddies feeling Rhea good. Oh, no, you bet Rhea. No, you bet Rhea. Don't even give me that.
On a career-altering journey, aspiring to ascend to heights even greater.
I gotta say, this has got to be a big misnomer for AEW right now. Having a match, any match right now, would be a big bonus right now. Call an audible. Get something out there, because if people are flipping around waiting for things to start, but that last little bit, like the last 20 minutes of everything, is absolutely going to be amazing. Jay White and Hangman Page, and that 6-man tag for the Bloodline versus Cody, Randy, and Kevin. The only thing I'm going to predict about that main one, I do believe the Bloodline's going to win, but I do believe that Owens gets carted out. Like, he'll get knocked out for a couple weeks because of his mom being in shape that he is. Oh, here we go. Now you want a match? Here's a match for you. The Great Mortos taking on Claudio Castagnoli.
Somebody's career changing. The one thing about Money in the Bank, there is a formula. Utter chaos times pure excitement equals one chance to turn ambition.
Like, just having Claudio on your screen here when you know you got to want to deal with a great crowd, that's the way to do it.
Walk International CEO Ashley Barrett has been everywhere tonight. Good thing Homelander isn't scheduled to be here.
Claudio doing the Fargo strut.
The following is the women's Money in the Bank. In this match, there are no disqualifications, no countouts, no pinfalls, and no submissions. The only way to win is by climbing the ladder to retrieve the briefcase which contains a contract for a guaranteed
Gotta love when you get the entire 1812 overture in.
anytime for up to a year.
So on one side, I got a guy with a horns on his head. And the other one, I got a black and white, or a neon cityscape going on here. I do find it funny that this match landed just in time for the AEW main. No, they're pretty much going to be the same time, I do believe.
Is entering her fourth Money in the Bank contract ladder match tonight, second all-time in
Yeah, because you got this one, you got two more. Nah, I don't see this women's match going 45 minutes. Granted, you're probably going to get 20 minutes of previews in between. I wonder how this is going to change when they get over to Netflix. Because they don't have to have those commercial breaks in the middle, right? Because if you didn't know, if you're watching it here in Canada, the reason they have these long gaps between matches is because Peacock has their mandatory breaks. Do you mean Chelsea Green? Which Samantha's here, so she gets to give her the full pop for this. on Monday when Zoe won and Dakota got denied her spot in this match, you would believe the internet would absolutely go insane over that. Just watching the feedback. I'll say this point blank. The women's division in WWE is probably the biggest missed opportunity now in wrestling. Zoe wins after Trish helps her. I think Zoe loses after Trish hurts her. Because that's what happened last time. At the pace we're going right now, we might actually get 2 AEW matches in between these ones. I love that they're fleshing out Lyra's character. And basically giving her a character.
Interesting story, Corey. 10 years to the day. A decade ago today, Lyra Valkyria stepped into a wrestling ring for the very first time.
Oh, cameraman got knocked out. Thanks, Mordos. I love how Claudio goes to the camera. He's like, "You okay?" Mordos just completely wraps apart Claudio and his egos again. Ah, yes, Tiffany Stratton, the MVP of Season 1 on our GM mode. Looks like they're going to give Chelsea the final entrance here. Claudio just ripping apart Mordos now. Oh, they're going to picture-in-picture. You gotta admit, probably the best. Can't wait to see Chelsea's entrance. I was gonna say the most jealous couple that you can find right now in WWE, solely WWE. Oh, she doesn't get the last spot. Oh, everybody's popping for the entrance as much as the actual character. I love it. Chelsea with her tribute to Trish Stratus WrestleMania 18 look. Well, she should be coming out to Calgary next week, right? Because, you know, let me do this in honor of Miss Chelsea Green here. Let's just, you know. That gear is legit amazing. I love seeing it. I think I saw that gear online earlier today. Nope, was something else. Sorry about that, chat. I find this funny here that we're almost done this men's match. We almost had 2 full matches in on AEW before they went 1 match here in WWE. Chelsea did get a huge pop here. Chelsea's been all over Toronto this week, so once again, like I said, WWE forgets that Canada is big, even though the population's small. But Toronto's the weird one. They'll cheer anything that could actually maybe win. Lord knows they can't deal with the Maple Leafs, the Raptors, or the Blue Jays right now. Because let's face it, the Blue Jays suck. The Maple Leafs choke worse than, somebody tried to eat a dry turkey sandwich. You'll get a decent pop. Yeah, well, respect pop. Chelsea just knocking you out of the way. Could you imagine them finishing it this quick? Chelsea, yeah, I know it. Chelsea's going to get the pop all overnight. The running joke on this is the fact that Chelsea actually did the hang dive off the CN Tower earlier. I think it was yesterday. Now you can tell why the TLC match is considered a favorite for EO. Just, all right, EO's kicking it up here. Ladder matches are made for EO, yeah. Well, she's just so... All right, that sucked. It'd be nice to have the ladder placed properly to do these moves. Oh, God. Oh, God. All right, that sucked. That sucked on all parts. Uh-oh. I should have used that earlier with Damien, but... Or better yet, maybe we'll use this. They're famous for that. But yeah, once again, welcome everybody. Thank you for stopping by here. Having a lot of fun checking out both Money in the Bank and Collision here. Right now, women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Zoe Stark is about to get into the ring after Chelsea gets nailed again outside. Lyra just made herself a heel. 2 big bumps in 20 seconds, yeah.
Again, you know my point. I mean, you're not used to being in ladder matches and being around. I know damn well I could open the damn thing. No, you're absolutely right. And beyond it being a ladder match,
The crowd's going insane for the,
Scotiabank Arena in Toronto,
going for the big spin here.
in the world. The pressure is on everybody.
Chelsea chants are going well. And Claudio wins with a lariat. Then he points at the cameraman and says, I did this for you, bud. I like the fact that AEW is actually bringing up their stats again. They just mentioned Claudio is 14-1-1 in 2024, so... Zoe Stark in her head. Says Prez on the ladder. Jesus.
Naomi taking advantage of the opportunity. Zoe was on Dream Street. Naomi went right down the pipe. This has been a damn car wreck. My favorite kind. And now Naomi building momentum. There's a play drop. But goodness. Talk about putting it all on the line for an opportunity. And split leg moonsault on the Stark side of the ladder. And Cole, it's bizarre. There's almost a hush that's fallen over Scotiabank Arena. I think because everybody in here is terrified for the safety of these 6 competitors. Tiffany Stratton now with a waistlock. Maybe a rivalry between these two. No doubt on Friday Night SmackDown, Stratton and Naomi, no strangers to one another.
Oh, God, Tiff. Wheelbarrow onto the ladder. Jesus.
And Stratton made it look easy.
They're shifting Garcia back to Red Death. Let's go. That was his last gimmick on the Indies before he came back, and it was just a straight shoot fighter. No more dancing, no more fancy around.
Fight out of this predicament. She's locked in the corner.
Uh-oh, what has Tiffy got planned here? I hate these spots on the floor. Because these 3 are supposed to just literally look like they're standing there waiting for it to catch you. Like, if you're not going to do it quick, don't do it. But that cartwheel Alabama slam just looks amazing. Now that everybody else is knocked out, is this the time where Chelsea goes up and gets it? Yep, there she is.
Chelsea Green. Chelsea all over the ring. Trying to set up the ladder. Can she overcome her fear of heights to climb the ladder and grab the briefcase? At least this is a much bigger ladder. At least you need a bigger ladder is what Chelsea needs. Well, I mean, it might make her feel a little more comfortable when she gets up toward the top of full lights, right? The woman was petrified in a step stool. And now she's a...
Oh, God. Io's setting Sag up. This is not good. Chelsea gets her 2 spots in, kicks out. Io becomes the biggest heel in the match. I wouldn't mind to see Lyra win it, actually. Oh, God. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, God. Oh, God. Jesus! Jesus! Io Sky ripped the... Oh my goodness. That angle, like, yes, she came down flat, but at the same time, my God. That German was nuts. Uh-oh. Give us Liar versus EO best of 7. I'm in. Folks, forgive me here for giving a quick time out here. I think we just got our first promo of Ricochet. On Collision. They just showed a guy, his figure, jumping through a portal. A lot of people, if you're not watching properly, would think that would have been just, an error. Oh my God, Prince Puma. Seriously, like, if that's what that was, I'm going to have to find out, because if that's the pull, like, that'll increase the replay value. As we're getting Riho to come out here to take on Lady Frost here at our semi-main event here on Collision tonight. Why do we need tables? No tables. Sorry, I just sent a tweet out about it, so. Yeah, I would love to see. Zodiac, if you go back to the beginning of the segment, just before they came on here, before Deeb's promo, it looked like we got a 20-second little, sort of like a computer animated segment that looked like it might have been a glitch, but you look at the character and then look at what he was doing, jumping through a portal. It looks like we might have got a teaser for Prince Puma tonight. I could be completely wrong. Don't get me wrong here. But just the way it showed up on there and just so randomly. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. If I can get the exact clip, I will, I'll see if I can get it out for you guys to see. But yeah, if that's true, like, hello. Lady Frost getting worked over early by Riho here. Nobody's there. Oh, there's Chelsea. The only person that can make Naomi a heel here, right?
Naomi again will not be thwarted. Chelsea Green on the other side. Desperation out for Chelsea. Forgot all about her pure heights.
Oh no.
Maybe not. I think Chelsea reality starting to set in here. Here Chelsea.
No way.
Ladder doesn't look very stable.
Ow.
Drove Naomi face first. It was a sort of a modified, unpretty her. Let's just
At least Chelsea put it in the right spot, right? Landed right on her butt.
Zoe start now in the ring.
Not that landing on your butt's gonna be a softer when you're landing on a ladder, but
Put their bodies on the line for an opportunity and a guaranteed world championship shot. Zoe's almost there. Zoe's almost to the top. Zoe's just got to unclip the briefcase. Io Sky now trying to run defense, but will she get there in time?
Io gets up there quick as a cat. Oh, Zodiac, you missed it. Yeah, Drew tried to cash in. And just as expected, Punk came out and wrecked the cash in. So yeah, it's who booked this shit? Well, I told you guys that's what was gonna happen if it was gonna happen tonight. Myself, if I was McIntyre, I would have waited and booked myself for Germany. Take out Gunther at his home. Io just literally drove Stark in on her head on a ladder. If Chelsea wins this, oh, Tiff's there, Tiff's there. Oh no! Oh! Most people hate Tiffy, but not now. Holy crap! Like I said, it's easy to book this stuff, but Chelsea takes the bump of the night so far, I would say. That's the Dudley death drop off the ladder. So, what color bedazzles are we getting on that briefcase? Okay, we all know Chelsea gonna be the talk for that, yeah. Like, Rio off her game tonight too. But yeah, Zodiac, you missed the if you didn't know about the cash in. WWE completely screwed up the cash in moment. Priest was supposed to lay out. It was supposed to be a 2 count, then the music kicks in. Well, the music didn't kick in. Ref whiffed the 3. Everybody yelled, "You fucked up," and then McIntyre's music came on and everybody forgot about it. And Chelsea's not dead. All right, for those that have watched here tonight, Yeah, Rio is definitely off. And she's supposed to be taking on Deeb here soon. All right, for those that watch both Money in the Bank matches tonight, which one was better? I have to say the women as well. The men's match had some good spots, but it just didn't. The crowd was electric for all. That a lot of that had to do with the Chelsea factor, so. I'll say that the botch doesn't matter. Does that men's ever matter right now? Well, last year, Damien held on to that contract until Mania, right? And Rio took the finisher and still kicked out at 2. So you know how that one's going. Ugh. Just see the promo for SummerSlam. At least Rio could throw over a German without, having an issue there, so. All right. With all due respect, I know it's a technical pin, so it's supposed to be sneaky, but I am not impressed with Rio in this one. I really do hope that Deeb, really rips her apart. Rio probably got her arm screwed up. All right. Who's Lexi got in the back here? We got... All right, I like the fact that they're trying to set out a Rampage finish. So are they're taping Rampage? Oh, it makes sense now. They're gonna tape Rampage tonight because they're taping Collision and Dynamite next Wednesday in Calgary. So this makes a lot of sense. One of the biggest problems they had last year at the Stampede show was the fact that it ran for 5 hours almost between everything they need to cover. All right, so we got Shane Taylor Promotions versus Top Flight and Andretti next Friday. But now that we're getting to our main event segment, this is our last commercial break on both ends. This is where I normally give you guys the details of what's going to be coming up here. I'm waiting until after the break on this, so we got an ad break going on here. So those watching on YouTube, thank you. Hit the subscribe button so you can help us out here, and we're working on our way towards 1,000 subs. We're over 500 already, or over 700 already. For those that didn't know, all our replays of our sidecasts are available on our wrestling YouTube channel. So let me just throw that out there for you in the chat. Please do us a favor and give us a subscribe on the channel. It doesn't cost you a thing and it helps us out a lot. So I love the build to this. I love how Heyman works out throughout this entire thing, but other than that, I'm just not feeling comfortable dealing with all this. Like, it just feels like it's insignificant at this point. But yeah, as we just got a few seconds left in the break, so we'll just get started here. As per tradition here on the channel here, as we wrap up towards our main events, give an outline of what we're going to be doing here for the next week here in on the channel. Coming up, no stream tomorrow, no stream Monday. I'm prepping for a podcast that I'm doing on Monday tomorrow, so therefore I'm off for both days. Tuesday night, we'll probably be here with the Backbreaker Fight Club. Been dying to get into a little Street Fighter, a little Guilty Gear, a little bit of the wrestling pages. Got some stuff to talk about that coming up, but next Wednesday we will be here with our AEW Dynamite sidecast, as well as week 2 of WWE 2K24 by GM mode. We had a very successful first week, and we're going to build off that coming up here in week 2. We got a bunch of rivalries that have set up. Got some rookies here coming in. Tiffy and Trish here, so.
I mean, the center of the universe just won Tiffy in the bank. Trishy, I think you should say a little something to me. You know what? It doesn't matter. Social media is already praising me in this match, and Tiffy in the bank is going viral. No, I was gonna say congratulations, but instead I'm gonna offer you a little piece of advice. Don't get too ahead of yourself, and don't be too arrogant. Because it's what happens once you cash that in.
What the hell is that?
Sorry, I see Jericho on my screen, so I'm like, no.
Or just another flash in the pan. Toodles. Aw, Trish, isn't it a little sad looking at that ring, knowing that Trishy time is no longer? And my time, Tiffy time that is, has just begun. Toodles. I said toodles. You did say that. The audacity, Trish. The audacity. Corey, I said that. Congratulations to Tiffany. All due respect, but no way to treat a Hall of Famer.
All right. And just to finish that up as the promo finished there, I'm watching Joe's funeral for Jericho coming up. So Thursday, we're going to go get the Master Sword for Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Depending on the amount of time, we'll clean up a little bit of side stuff. And then we'll be back here next Saturday with AEW Collision and WWE 2K24 Week 3. So make sure you're following if you haven't already. If you really like what you see here and want to check out more and want to help out, consider hitting the subscribe button. If you do have a Amazon Prime, you do get one free Prime sub that you can use every month. So, yeah, I think I'm done my shilling right now. So, thank you, most importantly, for being here all night here. This has been a lot of fun. I think checking out both shows at the same time, actually, you know, it's been a lot of fun. I think we're going to do this again for SummerSlam. But KJ, you were bang on here. They're doing the intros exactly at the same time for the main event. It's going to be interesting to see who finishes what when. I think no matter what, I don't care what Hangman and White do. If Reigns shows up, the focus will be down that way.
Human well-being. No morality. Jacob Fatu is out here to hurt people. He is a perfect enforcer for the new head of the table, Solo Sikoa. Because there is
So for those that weren't here at the beginning of the show, I did mention that literally today, this will be Junior Fatu's first match outside of the States in a very long time. He literally is not able to leave the country normally. Triple H and WWE lawyers had to go talk to Canadian Customs to allow him in the ring. So, to allow him across the border, allow him in the ring, allow him for this match. So Tongaloa was going to be, I think, the backup just in case, but... After what Owen said about his mom and the fact that she's in the hospital, so he just won't ever be on non-USA shows. Yeah, like they literally had to talk to Customs to allow him up there. He wasn't, when the Usos were making their debut in WWE, Junior Fatu was in jail, straight up. So the Bucks are helping out Hangman by ejecting the Bang Bang Gang from ringside. So if you're trying to catch up on the game of what's going on here, the Bucks are pushing hard for Hangman to be their fifth, which we obviously thought would be the case. But Hangman said straight up, no, I'm not doing it. My only job here is to take out Swerve. Storyline wise, the one thing that would make the most sense in that one would be Swerve signs up as the fourth or fifth member of Team AEW. Hangman comes in at that point. I'm a little disappointed that they're putting both Hart Foundation match finals on Wednesday. I wish they do one Wednesday, one Saturday. Give you a reason to watch it, right? At least the crowd is doing the Orton song. I love it. You know what? I was watching a little bit. I was watching the Wrestle Talk. They were doing a preemptive top 10 wrestlers of the year so far, and they were literally talking about how Randy Orton, as much as it could be a joke, could very well be the most improved wrestler in WWE this year. You ever notice how much his style has changed and how much happier he looks right now? Like ever since starting to work with Riddle and everything ever since, just he seems so carefree and happy through the whole thing. I do find it funny that we're halfway through the match here on it. Between Hangman and It's definitely because he just doesn't care anymore, just wants to be involved. Yeah, he has nothing to prove. Like, he's gonna outlast. He's gonna outlast John Cena. We just found that out today. Give me Randy versus Cena last match. It's only, what, the 105th time they face each other? That would make sense. I want Cena to be in a position where he wins the Rumble and ends up getting a title shot for his last match. Just because I know that WWE will probably want to put Cena on the level of Flair. Just for the fact that John Cena's being outlasted by the buckets of money they're getting in the way. Oh! Yeah, I don't blame him for the amount of money he's getting. Hey, they're going to throw that much money at him, and he gets to wrestle the kind of schedule he has, would you really care? No, but definitely because of the association with Ric Flair and AEW, I could totally see them wanting to get Cena or Orton. Oh yeah, meant for things outside of wrestling, yeah. Well, another season of Peacekeepers coming up. I'm assuming that he was expecting a bunch of Mortal Kombat 1 royalties from the sales. That's for anybody that expected MK1 to sell that much. I don't know if you guys saw this. Speaking of Peacemaker, John Cena, the Evo number of entrances come in. And out of the 8 games, Mortal Kombat 1 ended up 7th. And it was a far back 7th. Just because, you know, a lot of... They say the big reason is that it's not an official touring game. Like for their Pro League. While Street Fighter, Guilty Gear, Tekken, they all use Evo as points towards their yearly finals, right? I just think it's because all the casuals that would usually sign up for a tournament like that saw the game look like ass and decided not to play it. Oh, Hangman's bleeding. And he's got a gusher. Like, this isn't even just a light bash of blood. Yeah, it was a guardrail shot. It was incidental completely. Well, they might as well use it if they got it, right? So we've had 10 minutes of entrances and we've had a 10-minute match already. You can do blood, not gushers, though. Yeah, I don't know what kind of level it is for a gusher. Now Not now the snack. Yeah, Gushers. Hey, there you go. Give me the drum roll for that one. I love this crowd. I wish the announcers could repeat what was being said right now. Just as a quick note, sorry about that, chat. Page has still got to go 10 more minutes yet? Well, I guess he's not going to go the full 10 minutes, but... Holy crap, I didn't realize this. They actually have this booked until 8:40 or 10:40 East 10:40 Eastern here on my DVR. Oh god. Jay White going nuts here on Page. I'm glad he's getting a lot in. Like, the story has been that Page is 0-5, I do believe, against Hangman. I love how Owens is just like, yeah, no, we're just going to start stomping and boating. Quit this Kevin Dunn BS with the crowd the whole time. That textbook Owens there. Tagging the roads. Whoa! Next Saturday we get Takeshita versus Tommy Billington. Let's go! That is going to be an awesome match between those two. I love how Rhodes has to fire up that tag. So next Saturday is actually going to be a lot of fun for Collision as well. I kind of figured this would be a bit of a washout night. It has been horrible for Collision. Like, it held its own against the pay-per-view. Or the PLE, sorry. Yep. The main event for Money in the Bank is the Bloodline tag match, because with all due respect, this is the best built storyline in WWE right now, I do believe. Like, the only story that's been built better or longer is probably McIntyre and Punk, and Punk's probably not able to wrestle. We got to remember, this is continuing on from the Bloodline feud from, years ago. WWE's right. Cody hasn't spent enough time feuding with the Bloodline. That's good shit. A DDT from Orton onto Fatu does nothing. You dropped him on his head. No shiz in it, but didn't do anything. One thing I will say, Zodiac, to their defense, you do want to the fun. Let me get to it in a sec, KJ. They do realize what happened with Hogan and Rock, and then ironically enough, the Booker was the next match after Hogan Rock. A lot of people forget that after Hogan Rock, they had Jazz, Lita, and Trish. Triple threat followed by Triple H and Jericho for the title. And nobody gave a shit. Oh, here we go. Visual pin. The Bucks aren't sending a referee out? But KO got a decent pop, but the cameras actually missed the entrance for the most part. You could tell that they were supposed to go left and they went right, so they actually missed most of it. Oh, what the hell is Jeff Jarrett doing out here? Oh, backup referee's back out there now. Jarrett playing semi-face. Oh, God. Wait a second.
One more for the good guys.
Christian with a spear on White. Oh, my God. And there's a follow. Glitchaxo. LOL. Welcome to the Players Pit. Enjoy the food. Enjoy the company. Watch out for the punch. I think it's been spiked. There's a buckshot. That'll end that. All right. Christian sitting on the ground just smiling and laughing. Well, once again, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Glad you stopped in. Owens with a swanton. Fatu just said nope. I love how Jacob just, no, you come this way. Just checking to see if there's anything last coming up on Collision here. That we got another half hour of Money in the Bank here still tonight. Ospreay talking about the comments from MJF coming up. Ishii, Pac, Fletcher, Castagnoli on Wednesday. Calgary, you lucky son of a bitch. And Swerve gets to see his opponent at All In, which probably going to be a face off with Hangman again. How do I see the Willow Mariah match going? Straight up match. I think Mariah wins it. I think Mariah wins it straight up. Or Toni tries to cheat for Willow. And Mariah ends up winning anyway. So I'm thinking one way or the other. I think Mariah wins that just because it makes the most sense. Let me just close that off because we're out of Dynamite now. So, like I said, all in all tonight for Collision, it was a decent show. You didn't need Sud to blow it out of the park because you knew you were going to get a huge number, but I think the wrestling was okay. Riho had some troubles there. Lady Frost is doing her best to work with her. And Riho's been having a lot of problems lately, personally. Trish, Adora, and Toni Storm was actually a pretty decent match. Mortos and Claudio was a great match. Jay White, Hangman, well, a little bit of shenanigans at the end, but, you know, I'm pretty sure everybody knew that that Hangman was going to be going on there. Just made the most sense. And yeah, in terms of the WWE show tonight so far, we've had our flubs. Like, don't get me wrong, like, things that hurt me most when it comes to wrestling matches, a major botch and a major title match. If the title matches are supposed to represent your company, the title holder is supposed to represent your company. That botch with Priest and the missed pin and the missed audio cue, whatever way you want to go with it, you got to be better than that. I get it. Everybody makes mistakes. Hell, I make more than most, but and Fatu just said nope. And Solo's just looking at it like, yeah, this is my guy. Ref, there's a 5 count for throwing punches. So I wonder how Wheatley American Vodka and Prime mix. Is that like a special infused energy drink? This crowd is fighting for Owens, but Mike the ref books drinking challenge? No. I barely drink anyway. I only drink when there's a Jericho match around. And that's just so hopefully I can forget about it after. Oh, and there's Tagaloa. Yeah, at least he showed up on time this time. If you remember his debut, he missed his timing on his debut, so. No, I don't think I could be in any way sane or form to do a drinking challenge. You know how dangerous the Guerrillas of Destiny are when they don't tag up with Solo, right? The tag team specialists. I've said it before at the beginning of the show here. I think Owens gets laid out here tonight somehow. Laid out enough that he won't be around for a few weeks. Sharp shot to the buckle. I love having this for a debut for Fatu. Just looks like an absolute beast and a menace. For those that haven't had a chance to watch him in MLW and such, like you literally don't know anything about him. Love how I tried to insist that this guy's just a moralist freak. Oh, God. That was a hell of a job right into the ring post like that. All right, Cody gets the Tabasco tag here. I'm going to come up with some ranking for the hot tags here, see what kind of level they're at. We got Orton and we got Rhodes here with two of the best power slams around. I still take Dustin over Cody over it, though. No, I'm not. I'm going to pass on GMO tonight. We started a little early, and we're going 3.5 hours of Sidecast. I think typically, if I do any of these split ones with the PLE, I'm just gonna leave it to the wrestling. So we'll be back with it both Wednesday and Saturday this week. So. Plus, also, you got a race to go check out that press conference with John Cena. Because theoretically, I'd like to be done typically around... Oh, God. You notice Samantha wasn't sitting there at all at this point? Just a two? No, I like to be done on Saturdays approximately, no later than 11:30 Eastern. And if we do GM mode tonight, we're probably gonna not start till about quarter to 11. And knowing me, I'll take forever to book it properly, so. Hooked up. I don't know if you call that a pedigree. I call that shit. Just because he doesn't hook the arms at all. Oh, here we go. Crossroads. Welcome to Shenanigan City. Shenanigan City. Shenanigan City. He hits Cody with the RKO right here. Never mind. All right, we're gonna get some real disaster on Solo here. See, if I really hated somebody, I wouldn't clean off the announce table at all. I'd make them hit the back of you could tell that Solo was staring straight at Jacob. Well, ref's dead. Ref's dead. Now it looks like Fatu's going to be the one going through there. Oh, good. Kill a pride bottle. Cameraman, get out of there. That's supposed to be a great shot of everybody just dead on ringside. Graves has lost his volume. Somebody in tech's gonna get fired tonight for all that audio that's gotten screwed up. Oh, he went for the package pop. Tonga couldn't even get the low blow first. All right, well, Tonga's done. Samoan spikes for everybody. It's like, get up, we're getting one more here. Impaler DDT, I love it. Corey's barely got any voice left. We got no referee. I wonder if WWE realizes that overbooked doesn't work on every single show. Oh, wow. They did call the 3 there. Now, do we see Reigns tonight? Do we see Reigns now? I don't think so. I think this is how you set up Cody versus Solo at SummerSlam. Could you imagine if they... I love how Jacob starts to talk about, you better get your finger up. Jacob's got to be the all-star of this match here. For everything he's doing. Like, he looks like $1 billion after all that. And we were almost going to see a package pile driver. I don't think we've ever seen that in WWE. Like, I honestly thought we were going to get Orton and Rhodes at SummerSlam. Jesus. Fatu is got to be one of the strongest coming in now. One of the strongest free agents they've had. Like, I would almost hesitate to say that he is on the level of Will Ospreay in terms of filling a need. So are we going straight to the... All right, so the post show is up now. I was waiting a few seconds to see if there was anything special going to happen at the end there, because this is WWE and they do sometimes try to play with that last little bit after the logo goes up, especially with Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano win the tag titles last night. You know, in respect to those guys, I could see them pulling something like that again. But what were your thoughts on the show tonight? Like, we already talked, I gave a quick synopsis of AEW. It was a serviceable show, nothing too spectacular, nothing overly horrible. I wish Riho was a little bit better tonight. She was really struggling. MGS promo going long, that's a big shocker to everybody here. But everything tonight set up to a really good show coming up on Wednesday in Calgary. So, and for Money in the Bank, McIntyre winning was pretty much, in my opinion, it was expected. Had to switch to Liberty and Fever game. Hey, I don't blame you. You know, sometimes you have to, right? And then, just wasn't feeling the main event. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of these 50 level overbooked pieces of wrestling that they call it. I like to see the matches end in the ring with an actual, real ending. Not this referee's going to get died 4 times and move things around. Uh-oh. Wouldn't even say a word about...
Hey, you're braver than me. I'm acknowledging the man. I'll do whatever that...
Wade Barrett just, I will do anything there. So I saw a Solo come up. That main event got a little overbooked for me. The women's ladder match, to me, was more than likely the main event, the highlight of the night for me. Damian versus Seth was pretty decent. Until they blew that spot for the pin and the cash in and all that. If they would have cleaned that up, it might have had a shot at match of the night for me. But when you miss one of your sticking points the way that you did, Breaker and Zayn, I did not expect Zayn to retain. I think they might end up running back Gable again because I don't know where you go from here with Zayn. I would like to see Zayn sort of start being built up to go to that main level card. But having Tiffy as Miss Money in the Bag, she's probably going to, I'm going to guess SummerSlam cash in. After Bayley barely escapes after facing Jax. To me, that would make the most sense to me in this case. But, yeah, no. I'm not going to say it was a horrible night. If I got to give it a letter grade, it's like a pretty high B+. Do you think Naomi turns on Bayley before that? I think she should. Do I think she will? I'll put this bluntly. I have zero patience for the booking of WWE women right now. Because they haven't shown that they're able to pull anything out outside of the title picture. And granted, Naomi would be part of the title picture, but I don't even know if they need to pull a turn there just to get the title back there, because, you know, she just, unless they're going to do another match with Naomi and Bayley wins and Naomi snaps, I don't know which way you go with that. I do think that Tiffy takes the title off Bayley. Or if it ends up being in your case where Naomi turns it the way it is.
But this right here, this shows you exactly what this night was all about.
All right, well, I find it interesting that they're doing a whole bunch of different, talking to the commentators, talking to everybody they can about the post show here, but yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up here for tonight for our sidecast, our dual show sidecast. Let me know what you guys think, whether I should do this again for the two shows, whether I should stick with Collision. I'm thinking I'm probably going to do this again for SummerSlam. I might bring somebody on with me to, you know, give a little support as we go along here, but yeah, I think this is pretty much where we're gonna wrap it up here for tonight. Next time I'm gonna be on is Tuesday with probably looking at the Backbreaker Fight Club as we move on towards Wednesday night at AEW Dynamite once again from Calgary. I'm just gonna wait and see if we can. Gonna give it another minute or so here if OLE is actually still running here tonight. They're supposed to be doing our local establishment is supposed to be having a post show, so you can talk to them for that. You can talk everything over with them because I'm sure they got a lot of ideas about what's going on. Zodiac, thank you for being here. Thank you everybody for being here. I truly do appreciate having each and every one of you here. Without you guys, this stream just wouldn't be worthwhile doing, right? Just me sitting here talking into the abyss for what, 3.5 hours now? Like, geez, that's a little much for me, so. Okay, I see they're just loading up now, so I will send you guys on in just a moment here. If I could change one thing about this card, I probably would have... Oh, God. I'm glad I didn't take off quite yet. Drew McIntyre just laid out 2 referees and pie-faced Adam Pearce.
We're gonna get things under control here. All I know is I'm being told the press conference is getting underway.
And Wade Barrett just had to haul. Oh, God. All right. Well, Now they're getting on to the John Cena press conference, so I'm just going to head her out here for tonight. Let's